What if XXXTentacion was alive today? Yeah, pause for a second and let that swirl around in your head. The name alone sparks something. Controversy, talent, tragedy, transformation. Now imagine we're in a reality where June 18, 2018 never happened the way we remember. Instead of hearing about his death in a Florida parking lot, we saw a blurry Instagram story of him goofing around in the studio, laughing in that chaotic, unpredictable way only X could. Imagine the timeline fracture. Everything starts to ripple. The music industry? Shaken. His fans? Reignited. His enemies? Real nervous. But more than that, the world, especially the youth, would have had one more raw, unfiltered, deeply flawed but fascinating voice pushing the boundaries of what it means to grow up in public. So let's play this out. If XXXTentacion was alive today, where would he be? Probably not sitting still, that's for sure. He'd be dropping music that bends genres like yoga poses. One track sounds like a gut punch from Nirvana. The next one's a lullaby wrapped in 808s and existential dread. His influence was already a storm in 2018. Now in 2025 it could be a whole cultural climate shift. Think about it, SoundCloud rap is no longer just a wave, it's practically retro. Yet if X had kept evolving, he might have been the bridge between the SoundCloud chaos and whatever we're calling this new TikTok-era hyperpop AI fusion thing. He might have matured, both musically and emotionally, becoming this raw but reflective elder statesman figure, like a Gen Z Kendrick with anime tattoos and impulse control issues. Imagine him mentoring younger artists, hopping on features with kids who idolized him at 14 and are now charting because of the blueprint he helped draw. But it's not just about the music. If XXXTentacion had survived, his personal growth arc could have been one of the most fascinating redemption stories in modern pop culture. He was already on that path, talking about growth, accountability, even peace in his own cryptic and chaotic way. We might have seen him launch mental health initiatives, open up more about his trauma, or even create programs to help kids dealing with the same demons he wrestled with. Picture X hosting raw, unfiltered live streams, not just ranting but talking about healing, art, and maybe even spirituality. Or he's on a podcast with Joe Rogan talking about the quantum energy of sound vibrations, and it somehow makes sense. There's a world where XXX becomes a sort of dark prophet of the internet age, a symbol of pain, yes, but also of transformation. And oh boy, the internet. If he were still alive, he'd be dominating timelines in ways even ye would envy. Cryptic tweets that launch 1,000 Reddit threads. Surprise drops that crash Spotify. IG lives where you don't know if he's about to drop a verse or start crying. Or both. Honestly, both. And you know what? The culture would shift with him. Fashion too. Streetwear trends would morph to match his mood swings. Face tats would become philosophical statements. Your favorite influencer's favorite influencer would be doing reaction videos to his new EP, which drops unannounced on a random Tuesday and features 12 minutes of lo-fi cello with him whispering about reincarnation. Meanwhile, college professors would be teaching classes with titles like From Malcolm X to XXX, Youth Radicalism in the Digital Age. No, seriously. He had that kind of polarizing magnetism, but of course it wouldn't be all smooth sailing. His presence would still spark debates about cancel culture, forgiveness, justice, legacy. There'd be think pieces every other month, unpacking whether X is really changed, or if he's just playing the redemption game. And fans would be split as always, some defending him like he's a saint, others refusing to let go of the past. That tension, that's what would make it all so fascinating. Because love him or hate him, XXXTentacion made you feel something. And in today's scroll and forget era, that's rare. So maybe in this reality he's headlining Coachella one weekend and meditating in Bali the next. Or maybe he's locked in the studio working on a triple album about death, rebirth, and Dragon Ball Z. Whatever the case, the world with him in it would be louder, more unpredictable, more electric. Maybe even better. Or maybe just different. But one thing's for sure, it wouldn't be boring. So now I gotta ask, what do you think? If X was still with us, what would your version of his future look like? Drop it in the comments because honestly, this is the kind of what if that says more about us than him.